Eurobike 2021 really is kicking off. We've seen more sophisticated e-mountain bike products than ever before. We've got batteries, we've got bikes, and get this, we've got motors and gearboxes combined. Come and join us for a tour. FEV from Aachen in Germany supply engineering services for the automotive industry, for commercial vehicles and also agriculture. But for me, this is absolutely spectacular. It's an integrated drive, and which is a motor and gearbox. And I'm now joined by Michael, who is one of the main men behind this company. Michael, I'm just looking at some of the data here. Sub 4 kilos, huge torque potential on it. Talk some of the tech detail on it.
Yes, so it's more than 100 Newton meters at the wheels. Yeah, of course we have integrated a torque sensor. Yeah, it's a 9-speed transmission integrated in that compact design. Yeah, and we can power to the wheels more than 1 kilowatt if required. So high boost power capability. So yes, and it's electric automated shifting as well. Yeah, so this is really rocket science. Yeah.
Discuss what sequential shifting means in reality.
Yes, so basically it means the driver does not have to care anymore about shifting himself and being annoyed that the gear is not engaged. Yeah, so it's all controlled by the electronics and by the software built in. So automated shifting to ensure a comfortable ride and ensure to always have a proper cadence, which is very easy to drive for the rider, and makes bicycle riding much more fun in future. Yeah,
I mean, surely this is the dream, right?
Absolutely, this is the dream. Yeah.
Why is it taking so long for the mountain bike industry to get tuned into this type of product then?
Yeah, maybe we as an automotive-based engineering service provider had to make our minds about it. Yeah, so yes, I think we have bring in here really our experience from the automotive industry, designing gearboxes for hybrid vehicles and transfer the technology now to the bicycle industry. Yeah, and this is unique. Yeah,
I bet you've had a lot of mountain bike brands coming to visit you, surely.
Sure, yeah. So we had already a lot of brands in the morning here, which are excited about that concept, and this really gives us that feedback we are looking for, to taking the next steps. We are looking now for an industrialization partner.
Michael, if you want some feedback, if you could just maybe drop one of those motors around to my house, I'll give you my address. I can give some feedback, maybe.
Yeah.
Jack, what do you reckon?
Maybe over the course of the next year. Yeah. So then we will have a rideable demonstrator vehicle available. This is our plan. Yeah.
I mean, that's what the viewers want to see. Is that they want to see this motor on bike. So you reckon within 12 months?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, if we find that investors. Yeah, so of course this needs a lot of money to further develop it. Yeah, sure. But we are ready when the investors are ready. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you from a riding point of view, the riders are definitely ready for a system like this. Michael, thanks so much for showing us around the unit.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Wow, this is a big hitting Swiss mountain bike if ever I've seen one. 160 mil travel, 27.5 wheel. The Bosch Performance Sax Motor in there. Now, the prices on these bikes range from around about 6,000 euros up to 10,000 euros. Clearly, a bike such as this with the full SRAM axis gearing, full carbon frame, probably comes in at the higher end of the spectrum. But in the past we've actually seen bikes, the fly bikes like this one here below me, one of the few brands to come with the Panasonic motors in it. So I think my next job is to go and find some more Panasonic kit. And here is the Panasonic equipped bike. Now if you look at the profile, pretty much identical to the Bosch motored bike, but this bike's got the Panasonic GX Ultimate motor in there. 95 Newton meters of torque. I'd love to have a spin on this bike. 750 watt hour battery. And again, this bike comes in just €1 short of 10,000 euros. Wow, I'm already only 5 minutes into Eurobike and I've come across my first ever titanium e-mountain bike. But it's not a first in terms of the frame material. Also, yet another bike with a combined motor and gearbox. Now, this is a company called Velojo from France, but inside there, it's a collaboration with French gearbox manufacturer aftercare. Now, I'm joined by Philippe.
Hello,
Philippe. Wow, this is quite a system here. Talks about the collaboration between Velojo and aftercare.
Yeah, so aftercare, they were looking for a partner, a motor partner to develop such a system, so with a gearbox and a motor, and Velojo, with the background of the automotive industry, they were looking also for a partner to develop something with a gearbox in it. So we met, aftercare and Velojo, we met. And this system has been developed since 1 year now. And we have the second batch of prototype right now that is representing really what will be the mass production design of this system.
Philippe, let's talk through some basics. Let's talk watt hours in the down tube there. 600 watt hours maybe?
Yeah, exactly, 6 watt hour battery. And then of course we have this system with 7 speeds, okay, a range of more than 450 person when it comes to the gear range. Then when it comes to the motor, we have, of course, we have to cope with the European regulation, but the motor can bring up to 2 kilowatts.
2 kilowatts?
Yeah, 2 kilowatts power. And 130 Newton meter output torque.
Wow, that's a seriously powerful motor there. Is that because you have to deal with like cargo bikes as well?
Exactly. This system has been developed for cargo bikes, and of course we can put it on mountain bikes and other bikes. For cargo bikes and the new regulation to come, because we carry up to 450 kilogram weight on this kind of bike, we need to have power. Otherwise, you cannot climb hills and stuff.
Wow. Guys, going to quick look now at the motor and when are we looking at production?
Production will start from April 2022. So now we have a lot of customers already.
I bet.
Developing their bikes to produce their bikes also early in 2022. So production, yes, in France, 100% in France from the beginning, April 2022.
Yeah. There you go, guys. The collaboration between aftercare and Velojo. It's great to see, a brand which is not from Japan or China or Germany. Very, very cool. Thanks, Philip, for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Wow. Just spotted this core charger on the ZF stand. Now, if you're not familiar with ZF is the third biggest automotive supply manufacturer in the world, and that comes after Bosch and Continental. Now, one company that ZF own is the motor brand Sax, or Sax. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. This is on the Knox bike, but the Sax Motor is actually available on quite a few e-mountain bikes. But what's really caught my eye, if I can squeeze around here, is this 150mm stalk bike. Now, this is going to be available production by the end of this year. I think it's a very cool looking bike. But the details of the motor, now we're looking at 112 Newton meters. The motor weighs in at 3.8 kilos. And we have got a 725 watt hour battery in this bike. And I have to say that I'm really looking forward to seeing more brands using the Sax motor in the future, because I think it's got a lot to offer and super, super powerful. Now, Volterra is an e-bike brand from Denmark. Looks like they do particularly nice chocolates as well. Wow, really? Cool. Got to keep energy levels up. Highly recommended. Thanks, guys. It's common knowledge that many people do worry about the sort of after sales and the maintenance of their e-mountain bikes. Now joined by the man himself, Max Commencal. You might have seen the Meta e-bikes we've had on the channel. Max, we've just been talking about Commencal Care. What's exactly involved in that?
Commencal Care is to be simple. We sell online. and so we what we propose to the people who buy online for an e-bike or not e-bike is any problem you can have, any problem you can have.
Or even a puncture?
Oh no, no. But for any problem you can have with the bike, like if you have your own bike shop, okay, you can go to see any bike shop you want, okay, and to repair for a warranty problem, for a problem with your brakes or problem with your gears, okay. We pay. 100% we pay.
Well, so you can say you had a problem with, I don't know, set up the suspension braking. You take it to the shop, and you get them to fix it, and then they send you the bill. Jack, really? Did you get that? I do not think of any other company that does that, right?
No.
So there you go, folks. Any concerns that you have about the maintenance or warranty of your e-mountain bikes, Commencal is certainly a brand to tune into. Max, great, good luck next weekend at the World Cup downhill final in Lenzerheide. If you guys aren't watching it, make sure to watch UCI World Cup next week in Lenzerheide. Max could be up for 2 titles. Max, thanks for joining us. Or 3. As I'm wandering around this show, I'm thinking there's pretty slim pickings here for Doddy on GMBN tech and Ollie on GCN tech, because it's pretty much dominated by e-mountain bikes. We saw 2 years ago that Hall A1 was the place where you went for e-bikes, but now halls A1 to A4, B1 to B4, is a lot of e-bikes there. What's this? Bike wash station. Do you think some people take their bike washing too seriously? Well, you can't beat a good long travel e-mountain bike. This is the KTM Machina Prowler. As you can see, it's got a coil shock on there, 170mm travel. This particular bike is got the SRAM Axis gear on it, comes in at €10,999. But eagle-eyed Jack behind the lens has noticed that it's actually, even though it's a Bosch Performance Sax Motor on here, it's actually got the smart system. Remember the new LED display and the new Kiox 300 up there. It's got KTM logo on the motor. Big time. Now, I mentioned a little earlier that some people take their e-bike cleaning a little bit too seriously. And I don't think it gets as serious as this. This is a company called Dry Ice Energy. I've not actually pulled this yet. Does this work? Yeah. So here we go. I mean, I totally can see the benefits of it, because, you know, obviously there's not going to be any water in your battery or your motor. But come in not so cheap. These are €4,000 for this system. But what price do you pay for an e-mountain bike that doesn't get any water penetration? Now, folks, brakes are one of the most important things on e-mountain bikes. We've now got a setup here. We're on the Trick Stuff stand, and we are ably aided by Cornelius from Intend. Cornelius, can you give us a quick demo of what we've got going on here, please? So you've got to wait on the brake. What do you need me to do?
Just turn the rear wheel.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, that's it. That doesn't seem to be brilliant, Cornelius. Right. Okay. Wait. Now we've got. So I'm guessing this is the Trick Stuff one, right? Okay. Right. No, you've got to be joking. Now this is just marketing, surely. Really? Oh, hold on. And there's a Magura guy here as well. Probably not looking too happy. Now we've moved on from the brakes. We're looking now at the Intend fork. Always been a big fan of this fork, but this is slightly different. You know, we talk about trail, we talk about offset, we talk about crowns, but Cornelius, what's so special about this one?
Okay, this fork is what we call the high pivot fork. There's an angle between the axle path and the steerer, and it's in fact the bachelor thesis of Elias Lamprecht, and he made some calculations about the offset and the axle path, and yeah, we wanted to achieve the same performance benefit of the high pivot frames on the forks. And so that's what we did here.
Okay, so what everybody wants to know, Cornelius, is travel and availability and weight.
Okay, weight of this prototype is around 2,400 gram. The travel is up to 180 millimeter, so you can choose 180, 170, 160, whatever. And the availability, we don't know. So that's a bachelor thesis, that's a prototype. We are just testing and trying it out. It depends a little bit what the press is saying, how much coverage we get for the fork.
Okay, the press is saying, and the coverage is, as we say here. Okay, guys, let us know what you think about the inverted fork. I've always been a big fan of them. I'd love to see more forks like this on the market. So I hope that answers your question, Cornelius. We're going to ask the guys themselves.
So upside down is a banger, of course. The question is if this high pivot angled fork is a banger or not. We don't know, and the future will tell us.
There you go. Pro components from Shimano. We've got some seat droppers here. But what's really caught my attention is a new range of handlebar, stem, and grips from Pro. Now, starting off with the grip, we've got a dual compound grip here. It comes in 32-36 diameter, but the key part is the diagonal inner channel, which allows you access onto that controller. With the controller, obviously operates the modes on your step system in a very seamless way. Now, on some systems, there's obviously a gap between your hand and your thumb and the controller. Not so with this. It really is. I think it's great. It's really good thinking from Pro. Moving on to the handlebar and the stem. Now, you can't actually see it, but there's a channel underneath there which allows the cabling to run internally into the stem. Remember, this is a modular system. You've got the grip, the bar, and the stem. So it's very much an e-mountain bike system cockpit designed for your bike, your steps, your Shimano Steps e-bike. So we've done day one here at Eurobike. We've seen plenty of motors, plenty of bikes, plenty of batteries, and also lots of components which are actually built for purpose. And do you know what? When it comes to made-for-purpose products, I don't think it gets much better than the new disc brake from Galfa. 700 millimeters, available in a range of different pad compounds. I think certainly something which has taken our eye here. So guys, let us know your thoughts on today's products and bikes, and we'll see you tomorrow.